coach for the Columbus Crew. His name is Zach Steffen. He just played for the U.S. men's national team.
Yeah.
Like, I want him to be the next Tim Howard so bad because he's like the youngest American goalkeeper playing in the NLS. I think he's 23.
Oh, okay.
And he just had his first game again. I mean, it didn't qualify, but they didn't play any new guys. So now it's kind of a blessing because now like the older players are kind of they're not gonna have another chance at the World Cup. So that's freaking cool. He's coming through. I hope that Zach gets a chance.
It's crazy. Like, so I knew him. So when I first started the brand,
played for United. You know, I mean, that's where I
in the U.S. Obviously, you know, almost made it.
Everton.
Dude, he kills it. So the whole thing was. Have you ever read his book, his documentary?
I haven't.
Dude,
no.
That guy's been through some shit. Like,
Tim Howard's the man, Secretary of Defense.
And he met me through Instagram, like off hashtags. No shit. It's like when I first started the brand, we had like no following.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hate me for this, my buddy. So we'll go back. My buddy Colin, his dad is the original goalkeeper for Man U.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so like if you go to the arena, his dad's mug is smushed right on the wall.
I mean, last time I was there at Trafford.
Yeah, Jeffrey Barnett. Look him up.
Amazing.
Jeffrey Barnett. So he you know, his family's from over there.
Yeah.
So I called him and I said, "Hey man, so is this Tim Howard guy? This is bad." So he literally said, "Dude, do you live in a fucking cave?" So I'm like looking at his Instagram. It's like a picture of him going like this, and there's like 100,000 people in an arena.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I scrolled. I'm like, oh boy, this guy's kind of a big deal. Nicest dude I've ever talked to. Super cool. Like, he's rad as shit, and he's just laid back, and he's been wearing the brand, but like contracts with Nike and shit. You know, I mean, they're paying him like probably 6 figures more, so he has to kind of keep it low key on that. But dude, he's cool. So the relationship is built like literally. I just texted him, and we were like folding shirts, and he's like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "How you been?"
Yeah.
So so I checked his schedule. And he loves it. Like, dude, your shit, the stuff you guys come out with is awesome. So, yeah, we just built that relationship over the years.
It's awesome that he's... Minnesota has a team now.
Yeah. Dude, United.
It's like isn't the loon the symbol?
Yeah.
Because they have like...
Their kits last year were some of the coolest. And I was watching the inaugural, like the first game, I think it was them versus Atlanta, where you guys' pitch is just snow. Yeah. And that was insane watching those two teams play. I mean,
I think it's going to take off bigger than people think.
You guys, your kits are the best. I thought Crew had the best when they did the black and golds. Just because
that light blue though.
But that, I mean, I hate Man City, so the light blue I'm kind of, but the Loons look great. Their emblem.
Well, it's cool because the brewery, the dudes are actually, their warehouse started here. Surly, which you probably heard of them, they're huge now. So Omar, the owner, literally started his warehouse like right in this area, and he's so big now. And their massive brewery is right. They're the sponsor of the United. Well, and so the United arenas here are the one they're building. U.S. Bank, new ones here, and then Surly Brewery. So everyone walks.
I love it. So they're just getting
they do events for like away games and everything. And we were actually at the brewery this summer. And there was a game going on, and everyone in the brewery was wearing United.
We need that.
I love it. I think that their crest, the whole marketing thing. I mean, Atlanta is just such a giant, but like I thought Minnesota looked so good when they announced everything. So I really do hope that they keep going. They have Parkhurst, who used to play for Crew. He was our captain. He's freaking awesome. So I think I don't know his trades and stuff right now, but. Yeah, I think they're going to have a good year, and like you said, it's going to take off. And they're not going to have the Minnesota curse because it's a new team.
Yeah, we were talking about
that. Like, you know.
So who is the guy you said? They're thinking LeBron James is going to leave the
LeBron's not going to leave. Dumb. If Isaiah Thomas just got traded, they cleared two max. They can do 2 max salaries now.
Elliott is the real life ESPN. Yep. This is awesome.
Yeah,
I don't even need to tune into ESPN. I'll just be like, hey man, what's going on?
I'm an encyclopedia of nerd knowledge and just statistics. So like transcending the band.
I'm an encyclopedia of random useless knowledge that won't get you anywhere in life.
But useless knowledge is the most fun to talk about.
That's true.
That's what we specialize on this show.
Yes.
Oh, that's where I get, man. So we're talking about Venom and what universe it's coming out with Sony's interpretation of Spider-Man. Is it a symbiote or how are we approaching this? You know,
my head's imploding right
just the stupidest.
Well, Jeff, you're the encyclopedia of like superheroes.
Oh my
Everything.
gosh.
Yeah. Well, hey, should we do a formal introduction? What's going on?
I'm gonna let you introduce them.
Yeah.
So hey guys, it's Iron and Think. We're back, and this is episode 5.
Five.
Right? Episode 5.
Five.
I think it's
Yeah,
5.
let's go.
Congrats, boys! Congrats!
So, we have the boys in Blessthefall. We have Elliott and Jared here. Couple of them.
Yeah,
Hey guys, how you doing?
we're good, man. Freezing.
Nice
Nice and warm here. Nice and warm here, thankfully.
Yeah, right. So they're from Arizona, so everyone's probably like, why are you shit talking the weather?
80
And
degrees.
it's 80 degrees back at home.
Yeah.
Shitty as crap here. What happened though? You guys almost had an incident. Fill the people in.
Yeah, we were coming out of Denver, and about 2.5, 3 hours into the drive, some black guys took our trailer.
Fucking
and
black ice, man.
Just nothing you
They'll
could
get
do.
ya.
Took us right out. So
Is this the first time you guys experienced that?
Like 5th. Probably.
no.
Oh, fit.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
We're,
Yeah.
we're veterans.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Life and death on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys all on your Instagram did video of it.
Yeah, I
You had,
saw that. That's
gremlins
great.
jumping off the
Yeah.
trailer. And I was like, I think they're okay.
Yeah.
They made it. They're
Yeah,
safe.
we were really fortunate. I mean, we just bought the trailer and jackknifed it, so that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're all good. All the gear's good. So
Sweet.
all things considered,
Cool.
That's awesome.
we get to play the show tonight. So.
Hell yeah.
Nothing like doing like a 360 in a van.
Yeah. Hey.
You guys sleeping or what?
What was I yelling? I was like, "Hold on,
Flew off the
boys!
bomb.
Hold on, boys!" I should have done. Hold on to your butts.
Yeah, right? Dude, that's fucked.
Velociraptors just show up.
So you guys like play?
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys like play music? Is that what you guys do?
What do you like, a country folk
You
band?
country folk
or-
band? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, we do.
Try?
We do a lot of like Crosby, Stills, and Nash covers.
Sick. I'm pumped. So the tours right now, you guys are with Of Mice and Men.
Yep.
And then
Right.
there's a couple other bands, Fire from the Gods, and then an opener. or
We have
something.
Cane Hill jumping on tomorrow in St. Louis.
St.
They were
Louis,
just
okay.
over in Europe. New label mates, and
Sweet.
Awesome.
we have this band called Moscow that's opening.
Sick.
So yeah, they're great.
Cool.
It's cool to hang out the Mice guys.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've never really been able to tour with them before for whatever reason, and so like we did one in Europe a couple years back, but like it was one of those where once you're in Europe, you have like festivals, and
Oh, yeah.
they just piece it together by putting like off shows. So
Yeah.
it wasn't even really a tour as much as it was just like, hey, you're doing a bunch of off shows of Mice. So-
I don't. What do you guys think? Like, we've done festivals. It's like cool with the bodies and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and the amount of people. But I hate that. Like, you can't actually because on tour it's sweet because you get to know people.
Right.
And then you have like your inside jokes.
Yeah.
They become your homies and shit, and you get to know the crew.
Yeah.
I just feel like festivals you can't do that shit. It's like you show up in a
Yeah.
field and you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Hey, Jared, what's up? And then you go play and then you're out and you go on another run or something.
I think we've been really fortunate with just being a band so long that we just know a lot of crew and we know a lot of different bands. So,
Yeah.
nowadays, like on Warped Tour, we almost feel like old dudes because now. But this
Old
last time I had to like go out and introduce it. It finally
Wait
like,
a minute.
repeated.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
How old are you?
31.
I'm 33.
But
Fuck you guys.
We
I
have
feel
to, but we have to.
We're old.
But most of these bands,
Yeah, that's true.
most of these bands that are opening,
Right,
you've
right.
got like kids that are like 21 now, and I'm thinking I was 19 at once touring, like
Right.
it's like, it's interesting. So yeah, I think it's cool when we get to do the festivals now because it's just like, hey, seeing all your friends. Like,
Yeah.
you get a lot of dudes that you don't get to see, like, or like bands that you tour with. It'd be
Right,
like if
right.
you guys saw all the Dead Ships guys and you're just
Yeah.
in a festival, you're like, what's
Yeah,
up, dude?
yeah.
It's like, I don't know
It's
if I
like
can cuss,
fucking-
but-
Oh, dude,
It's
do
like
your
let's
thing, man.
let's
We are
get
explicit
we're gonna
on
get
this
fucking
show.
real weird on the road. But what's
Yeah.
your guys' take on Warp being done? Are you guys doing it this year?
I mean,
no?
we're just doing Europe.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't know if it's gonna work out. If we were home, I'm sure we would love to do it,
Yeah.
or at least do like the Arizona thing. But I think it plays out to where when we come back, it's gonna be on the other side of the country. Sorry,
Right.
they're so big. that we, I love it. That we can't. We'd have to fly in and do it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So-
You know what I love? It makes me laugh. We're just doing Europe. We're just we'll just be over in Europe. I don't know if we'll do Warped Tour.
Well, here's
Yeah, like whatever.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing is like Europe. Anything we talked about this. So let's tell everybody we got a little lifty lift in.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
night it was good.
What'd you
Good
think?
session.
What'd you
Good.
think, Jared?
Loved
Do you
it.
like it?
I'm sore.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
You like those chest workouts?
Yep.
Yeah, the band.
The bands were
hit
great.
last
Yeah.
night?
We did chest.
Yeah.
Chest.
Shoulder.
Dude, listen, we sound like such fucking meatheads.
Oh, yeah, you hit chest, bro. Sick. I got my protein after. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I literally did. I had to jug like out of
Sleeping
my
with
trunk.
it.
got introduced to those new bands. I kind of like them. Yeah, those things are sick.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, go buy some on Amazon.
Yeah.
So we did a lift, and then so we were talking about that though. We were saying like, well, perfect example, Minneapolis tonight. Sad to say, the pre-sales shit or on the run, right? It's the lowest. Fucking Minnesota.
Dude, it's all hip-hop and country.
I don't give a fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
an EDM.
We
Take acid. Brain melts. It's
We've
like-
had good shows here, so I mean,
Yeah.
I always try to come in with an open mind. I mean,
Always.
Yeah, so
For sure.
You never know.
But
And
then what is the true fact, though? You go out of the U.S., what is it? Way more people, right? Typically?
I mean, it depends, really. Like, being in a band goes in cycles and waves. So, we've come here before and sold it out, and it's been freaking sick. But the scene will just have its ups and downs, and so you don't really. I know it sounds like what we were saying, but it's just like I try to really just have a really humble approach, and if there's 10 kids, I'm gonna play it the same way we
For
do
sure.
like those festivals.
You got it, man.
Well, even like this year, because you guys were at Warped Tour,
Right.
and we went and hung out at Warped Tour.
I think that was the first time we met.
Yeah.
It was a really central moment.
It was. it was through Gino the Bambino.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the boss.
Gino, man.
Yeah,
but
Gino's the
even-
man. Shout out to
even-
Gino.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's
Gino
the dog.
Scaro.
Yeah.
But isn't it crazy? We talked about it. We were like, is the attendance at Warped Tour this
it was
year?
down. Fucking
down.
And there's a
down.
gnarly lineup this year. There was a shitload of really,
Yeah, good
really
bands.
big name bands.
Our show was great though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys crushed it. I was.
It's like you guys in our last night, and I was like,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. We
I'm out.
didn't know each other at this point, but we were side stage for your guys' set, and then
fanboy.
Yeah.
we were. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at him play
Oh my
bass.
God.
He's so good.
Elliot doing his
Yeah.
little spins and whatnot
Yeah,
up on
nice
stage.
job. Good work.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
Trying
fan.
not to hit me in the head with his guitar.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think Bo almost lost an eye.
Yeah.
One of you
It's
came up and did the swing, and I'm like,
definitely
oh.
me.
Well, and then
Close calls.
If
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
swing, it's me.
Yeah.
yeah, and then Bo, I remember he like jumped out into the crowd and everything.
Hey, it was sick.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
killed
was
it.
great. Yeah, it's always
Gino
fun to
did
watch.
okay on sound. I mean,
Yeah, he's okay
he's
on
subpar
that.
at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's the man. He's like the best sound guy in the world. So, yeah, that was awesome. It was good. I just think like, so now with this tour, how many dates are you guys in?
This is like just coming out of the first. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
the first.
Well,
week.
you guys just started on the
Yeah.
first, didn't
Yeah.
you? First.
Was it the
31st?
31st? Yeah. So
31st.
it's just starting.
Fresh,
Yeah.
freshy fresh. And then the new record is in March. Was it
March 23rd.
23rd?
The first song you guys dropped. Love it.
Thanks. Man.
Super sick.
Love it.
But what are the trolls saying,
Yeah,
boys?
yeah.
What are the
What do they
trolls? Come on.
More screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared's not fucking screaming like he always does.
It's like, yeah, it's okay. It's called a melody. It's called a hook. Oh wait, wait till the bridge. Wait till the bridge. Oh, there's the screaming.
I just
Like,
wouldn't overthink it. I
Yeah.
just
That's what I'm
just,
saying.
You know what I mean?
Quit
Just
slamming the table. God damn.
Sorry about
Good
that.
music.
Right? Yeah.
it's a power move. You know what I mean? It's
No, it's a drummer habit.
It
I
is.
think.
Yeah. It's
I
like
like
fingers
slam
tapping.
references, yeah.
It's bad.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Uh huh. Yeah. So you were saying?
I just
What?
think it's I don't know how Jared feels, but it's not even one of my like top 5 on the record. It literally is one of those where it's a good, fast-paced song.
Yeah,
it's
it's
fun to
just
play
fun.
live.
It is.
It's pretty thoughtless, but if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. But
For sure.
we've got people that are just overanalyzing it, and you want to reach out and you want to tell them every critique and be like, no, it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
but you know what? Just let the song speak for itself. And when you look at the likes and the dislikes on it, the majority of people like it.
Yeah. For sure.
And the
Where are
fact
the
is
riffs, Elliot?
what's
Yeah.
up?
Where are the riffs?
I don't know, man.
Where the riffs, dog?
Next song.
Next song. Next single. Skip it.
Just wait. It's gonna get.
That's
gonna get
that's
heavy.
like what we want to say.
Yeah.
Is, it's just like.
Well,
just-
we were talking about that, dude, where you're
sad.
like, you think in your mind, or like you would think, I'm vibing track 3, 5, and 6.
Right.
And then the label's like, go with track 2. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then so you just don't really know.
Well, this
You
is
know?
a new label for us, and it's a new creative mind behind the scenes working
Yeah.
with us, and our team has done a good job of like putting everything together. And so for just from past experience,
Yeah.
it's one of those situations where like we thought we would know the best song. Like the last record, there were
Right.
certain songs that we thought were just hits, and just it just doesn't go always.
Yeah.
You know, you guys know what that's like all the time. From
with
the
our group,
band
too.
and just with designs and stuff.
It's funny how like every business too, if it's like clothing, apparel, to anything in fitness, to music, it's all the same shit. Where you might think, oh man, we got the hit, and then it's actually the song you least like, and you're like, no. That was the one that blew up. It's like typically that's how it kind of goes.
That's why, like when they pushed this one, it took me. I will say I went in my car, listened to it a couple times, and had to like vibe it because I was like, really?
Yeah.
And that's hard because like I was a big part on that song, and I'm not even feeling it. I'm like, God, really? Like, I mean, even I think that like this song would accomplish everything we want and more. But if this is what you want and this is what you want to push, then I'm just gonna throw my hands up in there and trust that like you've done a great job so far.
Yeah.
Let's see how it plays out. And honestly, when the record drops, all those answers are just gonna whether you like it or not, the music will speak for itself.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen you guys play before, and that was the one thing for me playing music as well, is like I appreciate the fact that your live show it's awesome.
Slams.
Thanks, man.
It's
Slams.
very tight. It's not gimmicky, which I think so many bands try that. And it's like you guys go up and literally just crush it. And I'm like, okay, now more bands need to take notes and do that. Exactly what they did. And it was awesome. Like every time I seen you guys at Warped Tour, I saw you a couple album cycles before on a couple of the older records, and it's all consistency across the board. I mean, shit slams. Yeah. It's sick.
We just like to have fun on stage.
Yeah. You have to. I do like, to be honest with you, the one thing on this record from the last one, I love the artwork. I don't know who did it.
The last one was a Bass Pro Shop.
Dude, all right, I didn't want to say it. Yeah. I was like, "Where's the camo?" I felt fishing. It's like got the swampy fucking vibe. I do it. That's awesome.
I don't think you could describe it better.
That's awesome.
We had our cabs done out like that, and there was a show where there was like mud that was thrown. Like one time, Bo had a great idea to have the audience throw mud at us.
Oh yeah,
and so
that sounds like a great idea.
But the funny part was, the funniest thing is, we're sitting there pissed off after because he's not there. We're all the band cleaning up the cabs and things, the crew. And
isn't that like a typical singer move? That's what James does.
Oh, he's just like, show's done.
Yeah,
I got my mic.
He knows, though. I mean, he knew he was. He felt bad, but you know what I mean.
For sure.
But it was one of those where it was probably just a boring show, and you just thought, oh, hey, this is a fun idea. Yeah. But the thing what I was getting at was like we're cleaning off mud and it's leaving like marks, but the album already looks like mud, so it kind of blended. So it didn't really hurt.
Bass Pro Shop. Where's that endorsement deal right there?
No, if we would have had like fake ducks and stuff, I would have loved it.
Or like you open the booklets, you guys with like camo and blazer.
Yeah, the Ohio and me would just like be coming out right there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Nah.
But yeah, so it's a polar opposite. The new record's like kind of got an 80s like neon pink vibe. Totally think
that Miami Vice vibe,
dude.
Yeah.
Well, the Heat did just drop those jerseys, so we that's where we ripped that.
Done. Is that where you got the idea? No. Oh, I was like, for real? Oh, that's good.
So how you guys? How's the experience so far with the new label? You guys
Rise is great.
Stoked about that?
Are you allowed? Are you allowed to talk about that label shit?
Yeah. So I'll throw it out there. Bo used to be in his old band was on Rise. My old band was on Rise.
Yeah.
And it was a different experience at the time, being in a tinier band and fighting for everything you have. Yep. So like when we got the offer originally, we were like, I don't know, like it wasn't all like the gates of heaven didn't open up back then. It wasn't bad; they were great, but they supported us. But they're also like we're young and developing bands, so they're just gonna throw us against the wall and see if it sticks or not.
Right.
But Blessthefall has is a brand in that sense to where like people, what they like it or not, we'll be like, oh yeah, I used to listen to the band, or they're like, oh, I love that band.
Right.
And they've been great, and they're they've been going through some big changes, but I think they've been awesome just from like the writing perspective and everything. Like there were so many creative doors for us just like behind the scenes with just like recording and writing with like Logic and things that they were like, yeah, well, what do you need? We got it,
Yeah,
we'll help
that's
you.
Good, man.
And
so it's a stress-free process too, where you guys can kind of just do your job. Do what you're supposed to do. Like, hey, let's come up with this idea. Let's work with it.
Right, or put us in a room with people that are gonna help these ideas blossom. And then that's like what it is. It goes from being a dumb riff you write in your room or a dumb riff you write in your garage, and then it becomes, a song that needs riffs.
Yeah.
You know, the first single that comes out, and it was just like I used to call melodramatic like white bread because it just didn't do anything super special.
Yeah.
And I mean that song has just gone through so many changes that
For sure.
it's the first one the label has put out. Like it's crazy.
I think that's one of the coolest parts of being in a band or playing music is like your initial idea is nothing, and then like watching that magic unfold of like the final, like this is the actual one that's going on record, and you're like, holy shit, like this is awesome. It just comes to life, you know?
It's almost like, you know, building something out of wood.
Yeah.
And just anything. It kind of gives you that same satisfaction of like just taking an idea, like, you know, something, it could be anything. And that's really the art behind it is just, it then becomes just, you know, just a collection of notes. It becomes like, oh, well, now emotionally, this means something to me.
Right.
Or now like subjectively with the lyrics, this touches me in a sensitive place, or like this is speaks to me in a weird way, or helps me comfort, you know, whatever demons and stuff I'm facing in it. And it's really cool. And like music is underappreciated, but like it's also appreciated to do that, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're super fortunate that it did what it did, and
For sure, man.
we're fucking pumped, man. Like we love it. I think this record is so good and such a great step in everything that we've been trying to do. And I feel like I feel like this with every record, but with Hollow Bodies, when we put that one out, I literally remember calling my dad and being, hey, I don't give a shit if this sells 2 records. This is the best record I've ever been a part of.
It's a whole different ballgame now, right?
I love
Weird?
this from start to finish.
Right.
I worked my ass off to make this work.
It's a dope
and it's
record.
great. And Hard Feelings, like, I feel the same, where I'm like, I'm older.
Yep.
Hopefully our fans are a little older. I don't want to put the same record we put out, because then, like, that's just, as an artist, that is doing nothing. That's regressive.
Yep.
So it's like, how do we, you know, take the next step? Do we go heavier? How high is that ceiling? You know what I mean? We've done this before. We've written those songs. Do we make Bo the center point and then just stop screaming, and then everyone's pissed that we're not the same band? Like
Right.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared.
Jared, you're only playing bass, no more screams, okay?
No more.
I think with All the Bodies, it was like my time to shine, and then like, now like this record, like it's really focused on Bo,
Yeah, he sounds great.
and he sounds
Yeah, the first track, I was like,
you know, like
it's a lot more singing, but you know, the cool thing is too, for me, I'm like, you kind of get critical like here and there. I'm like, please don't sound like every other band. He doesn't. He has a distinct voice, and I'm like, that's gonna turn you guys on a different level where more people are like, okay, that's him singing, or that's Blessthefall, and they're not sitting there going, he sounds like the 50 other bands that are on Warped Tour.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? And that's where, you know, game
that's
changer shit.
That's where, you know, people get bored with it. But the one thing I can say too is, you know, I'm not an original member. I remember like touring with them when they were putting Witness out.
Yeah.
And I remember being at the gym, working out, listening to Witness, and being like a fan, and just saying like, hey, as a fan, Bo sounds fucking awesome in this record. They're like, I remember listening to Stay Still the first time, going, this song fucking rules.
Yep.
And now with Hard Feelings, being in the band, I can hear it and go, yo, I think this is dope. I think like everything we've written is great, and I think Bo, it almost hits me the same way, where I'm like, it's almost surreal how good and catchy some of these songs are, that I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I was a part of this? Like,
it's cool to be a fan of your own band.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're doing it right. It's
Right.
if you're a fan of your own stuff.
Right.
It's because
And
you're ultra critical of yourself.
not that we weren't before, and that like to those left behind, like I love that record. That record is
Cool
like
songs, for sure.
there are great stuff. There are great songs in that, or like Hollow Bodies. There are great songs in that. Even Awakening, like all of our past stuff that we've done, I'm a fan of. But as you mature and grow as an artist, you really just, you know, understand where your feet are planted and where you want to go.
Yeah.
And like and 6 records in, this is like, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's our heaviest and darkest and most meaningful, but like for me, it's the best record we put out, and it will be. And I hope that people can take away what I take away from it, because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't care if it sells or not. I just think emotionally, and at this time in our lives, this is the best record we could put out.
For sure.
I think that's super cool, and I think like that's how things work for like the clothing line
Really?
as well, is like with your guys' music, you interpret it in one way, someone's going to interpret it in another way, and that's like the same thing with the clothing line. Everyone can take away what works for them.
Right.
And yeah, as long as you're putting out consistently good product, which just hearing your guys' first song, it's rad, and I'm super excited to listen to. But I have to. Well, we have to wait another goddamn month.
No, I can't wait to bootleg the shit out of that record.
Songs coming. Real soon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How is that for you guys? Are you like, shit, we gotta wait another almost 2 months for everyone to get their hands on this?
You know what is, and I hate to take the mic, Jared, but for me,
take it. Oh, you take it.
every 2 years. As a musician, it's like we get a couple months here where we get to give back.
Yeah.
And people get to be excited. And it's like, yeah, I worked on all these things. And you know, this is why I sacrificed being with my family. And people are pumped. And that's your opportunity to really just like drop a line on them or something. And it's like, this is like with a clothing brand, you can do that every season.
Yeah.
With a band like us, like, yeah, we could drop singles and do that. But it's harder sometimes with a label and like the way people want to do it or touring schedules and everything else. So this is like our opportunity to give back to the fans and be like, hey, like, we're listening and we're really excited. And I'm excited for you to be able to like take this song that like emotionally got me through a hard place, and now that it's put here, you can do whatever you want with it, and it can mean a multitude of different things. Like, you know, there's songs that mean something completely different to me, something like that for me, I took something completely different out of it than what other people will take out of it. And I love that because it just shows the dynamic. That means it's a good song.
Yeah, exactly. When it's not just so cut and dry where you know exactly what it's about.
Yeah, right. I'm pissed.
It's like, we get it, dude. You're mad. We got that.
No, that's awesome.
I think the one thing is with music, though, you know, it's a subjective thing. People kind of, you know, dissect it how they want. But at the end of the day, my thing playing music is I like, if it's heavy or not, I like melody. I like catchy hooks.
Mm-hmm. I was just talking to you that right before the show. Yeah. And that's my favorite type of like metal, even like ones that have a melody where you can take different things out of it.
Even if it's a riff that's a catchy riff, but it's like guys like Story of the Year. Fuck. They write heavy, not heavy, but dude, they have some catchy hooks. Or Parkway is like a band that's kind of weird that there's no singing, but their melody is on the riff and they got some catchy shit. Yeah. And that's why they kind of hit that more mainstream metal, you know, level. But I love that. That's my thing. You know, is I love the heavy, I love the breakdowns, I love all that. But catchy hooks, man. Just you sing it.
Linkin Park, they have that song Heavy out.
Yeah.
People trash them for going soft, but like lyrically it's
listen
so
to
deep.
It. Yeah.
And like you actually like see what was going on in his head. And it's like really like emotional. It's
for sure.
This is an example of, we're talking about trolls and things and being able to take something out of a song and not understanding where they were coming from. This is a song that emotionally must have meant the world to someone.
Right. Yeah.
And then I remember seeing the initial reports where like Chester was bashing him back, saying like, you don't know what you're talking about, this is the best record we've written, and people are like trashing them.
Right.
And now that like things have gone the way they have, people are going back to that record and looking
like,
at it and
I get it.
Oh,
I get it
my
now.
God. Yeah. Like, I'm an idiot. Like,
right.
But
I just feel a lot of times, too, it's like people don't want one thing. They don't want change.
Right.
You know, creatures of habit. We talked about this on other episodes where people just want that same repetitive shit. But it's like the second you throw them a little curveball, they're very like anti, but it's like, just give it a second.
Well,
let me listen.
But then you get like people like saying that we wrote the same record like 3 times in a row, and it's like, what do
You'll never win.
Yeah.
You'll never win.
Well, let's put it this way.
Way.
So, you know, yesterday we're working on Chest, and let's go full circle with that. Like, we have routines. Jared and I do things that we do in the gym, and everyone like habits of, like the same, and we love. We know what we like to do. We know what kind of workouts we go for. But to have someone come in there and throw curveballs at us on something we've done before, like I'm like, whoa, I've done a chest fly before, but I've never done them on like the medicine ball, or you know what I mean, like this. And it's
that's
just
$50. Charging you 50.
50 an hour.
50 an hour.
I think we were there for at least an hour and a half.
Yeah. So what should we charge? We'll keep your tab running. That's fine. Whatever.
So it's nice to have your mind opened like that. And I think with like music and everything else, it's just like
everything in life's like that.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that. That's cool. And like I said, when you guys came through, it's exciting. Like, it's kind of funny, like people, they like see the clothing line, and that's why we do all different styles where you don't have to be this like meathead lifter. You don't even have to, you know, people are like, do I have to have a tattoo? I'm like, no, like Colin got his first tattoo.
One. No dog.
Yeah, he's in the mix.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then he was like, you know, wearing the brand, and it like inspired him to like actually get some ink, and it's like, cool, whatever works, you know. Yeah. And so I think it's just like people take stuff just so literal, and it's like, just enjoy what you're doing.
Literally what we just said with the song.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you like it, don't overthink it.
Right.
Life's too short to sit here and
It
just
is,
like,
man.
Well,
Like,
that's the problem is no one can just be happy and content. They have to bitch about something. No matter if it's perfection, it doesn't matter. Everyone's got to throw their 2 cents in there, and they just can't be with it.
Yeah, and I agree with that, but I like that. Like, I actually like...
Well, it fuels
feed
the
off
fire.
that. But I don't get,
sure.
like, angry. I'm not going to go bash them. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's
Well, I think we should actually ask these guys, do you guys think perfection exists? We talked about that. What's your take on that?
I bet you Elliott says yes.
I don't know. Let's see.
Perfection, no. I don't think it does. I think that, I always fall back on, it's not getting there, it's the journey. And
That's right.
I don't think that, I think once you get to your, for me, for example, you know what it is, getting signed, being on tour, that's making it. But now, those goals have changed and altered.
Totally.
And now, I'm sure if I achieve that, it's going to move on. And next thing you know, you're going to be 60 years old, and you're going to be looking back at your life, and it's not that you chase something your whole life. It's just that you aspired for greatness, and I don't think that necessarily you'll get there. Although Tim Howard on the side is a damn good goalkeeper. But yeah, I mean,
I agree with you, man. I think the people lose sight of that shit, and it's the memories. It's like stuff like this, meeting people, networking, connecting.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh wait, you know that guy, dude? I know that guy.
Yeah.
That's one of my homies. So it's just. We're just like the world's a lot smaller place, and I feel if you just have a good attitude about it and put that positivity out there, it's like so much cool shit you
That's
can
what him
do.
and I were talking about yesterday. It's just not releasing any more negativity into the world. It's just so much. Having an opinion is great, and I understand
opinions
that
are
people
awesome.
come from different backgrounds and respecting those.
Yeah.
But don't do it in a way that imposes on others and creates a negative context, because misery loves company, and it's a snowball effect. So,
for sure.
Like you're saying, enjoy what you're doing. Don't overthink it. I mean, I'm laughing about being on tour with Matt again. We were just in Europe with our last night, and that was a cool run. But Matt just had his baby boy Jackson.
Oh, you guys had Color Morale's drummer.
Steve.
Yes,
Steve.
Big old Steve.
Steve is great, but being on tour with someone else is different. So when we're in the van with Matt, and he's making weird noises and shit, being Matt, it makes me laugh because I told, not that I forgot, but these are the things that you love,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
what
what makes
stuff,
tour
man. Yeah.
great. It's I don't know. That's when you get a group of guys, that's what becomes a family. And some guys, when to push and when to pull on them. And
for sure.
Yeah, even if we were selling out arenas, I would still think that would be the funniest thing. You know what I mean? Matt would still be Matt. And
that means you're doing it for the right reasons,
right?
Man. You know what I mean? If you're doing the music thing, the clothing thing, or whatever, a podcast, it's you're doing it for the right reason. Right. I think that's what people they force stuff too much. But I love how you did say your goals change.
Yeah,
because people think that when you get signed, bro, the Benjamins come flocking. Yeah. You got that yacht boat? Did you buy that? That fur coat? I know Jared's got the fucking furs up in the crib, but you know what I mean? People think that.
Yeah.
They think oh, dude, you get signed. Life is just so cush. It's you do realize we have to work. You have to work your ass off.
It's like being in the NHL and getting there and getting signed. Now you got to earn your paycheck. Now your NBA. You got guys.
We got the ESPN. I love it.
Okay, ESPN analyst.
Yes.
LeBron is not leaving Cleveland.
Yes.
You are an idiot if you. I'm just kidding.
He lifts his shirt up. It's LeBron jersey.
I'm from Cleveland. I got to rep it. No, I just think that goals are going to change, and you can't. To be honest, I forgot what I was going to say.
No, dude, no. I think the thing is though is about people think that aren't in the music world.
Yeah.
They think when you're signed.
Yeah.
That's it. It's all. I'm no.
It's a pre-existing.
It's
not like there's this team in an office be okay, they're gonna just do it all.
Right.
And that's why the music industry's shifting a little bit. You guys just got put on Rise as a new label.
Yeah.
A lot of these fuckers are out there DIYing their shit now.
Well, that's what, dude, and that's great. Our Last Night does that, and they've got it down for how they want to do it, and they have a great system, and they're abusing all the social media outlets. But what I was gonna say was, is being being like first round pick, you know, all those kind of situations like that. You still have to go out there and earn that. You know what I mean? If Lonzo Ball just comes out for the Lakers and just blows it, no one's gonna care.
Speaking of that, what's up with his fucking shoe? Isn't it like $1,000 shoe?
I have no idea.
Did you hear about that?
This is a Bo Bocan question.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk with Bo about that.
He's
later.
got the jersey. I don't care.
Yeah, what I think is, you know, I definitely sometimes I forget it and everything, but I think we're so blessed for what we do, like us with clothing, you guys with music, because we're in professions where there's no ceiling. There's
it doesn't define
you can't. There's always something to move forward to. There's no, you know, well, it's 5:00. We're done for the day. Sounds
Gotta
good.
punch that card.
Yeah, it's always there's more and more and more you can do, and you're only going to be as successful as you allow yourself to be, because no one's going to fucking make music for you.
Yeah, right.
If you don't do it.
Yep.
Well,
And-
holograms now.
Well, yeah.
We can do like a Jared Elliott hologram.
Yeah, and like
you know.
no one's gonna create new designs for us if we don't do it.
Right.
It's all on you guys. Well, for the most part. I mean, you have limitations on, you know, what you can push and what you can't and whatnot. But creativity, everything. There's no ceiling. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
So let me go around with that. As you know, you're talking about like iron and ink and having two different sides of it, or not having, you know, it doesn't have to be fitness. It doesn't have to be streetwear. You don't have to have tattoos. You don't have to do this. Like, this is something that you guys created, and what's cool about it is it doesn't necessarily just like pigeonhole any demographic. You know, and being a musician, it's like, yeah, you play in a band, you have a clothing line, you work out, all these elements of you that define you. You don't just let one thing define you.
Right.
And you have an opportunity to where you don't have a ceiling, and you can just network and go and branch out and be involved in all these different areas. So I think it's a waste when you see bands that just become comfortable, and it's like, yeah, I bend some strings for about an hour a day.
Yeah. That's at the time I feel like for real you need to hang your shit up. Like, call it a day and let, you know, guys like you guys roll in and, you know, take that over.
You have to be hungry.
You know?
And you guys, you know, are like, you can just see it. It's just like when you have that mentality, you just keep chasing. These goals are altering and changing. It's like you get one place, like you play one festival you always wanted to play.
Yeah.
It wasn't like what you thought.
No shit.
We've done those, man. On to the next.
It's like Rock USA, fuck Slayer's on the bill.
Yeah.
I felt fireworks blowing my face off, and I was like, "Yeah, the show's alright."
That's how I feel, and I don't mean to be like unappreciative or come off like that, but like we're playing a show, Guns N' Roses on the bill. I grew up listening to that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and like that's amazing to me. But realistically, I know we're gonna have a small stage. I know we're gonna play at a crappy time. The promoter is not going to give a shit, but we're not doing it, you know. I mean, it's an amazing opportunity, but people that don't know anything about it just see, oh, Elliott's playing with Guns N' Roses, he made it, and he won't reply back to me, he's a dick. Like, you know what I mean? It's
they
just
assume
like
that shit. And then the cool thing is then you do respond because obviously you're not a dick. Yeah. And it's like, they're like, oh, maybe he hasn't changed. And you haven't.
Yeah.
You know?
You just stay the course.
And what I think is super cool about music and everything is you can't fake it. Right. Like, you can tell. Like, I remember
Milli Vanilli did. And they did it real fucking good. So you can't fake that shit.
So I grew up, this was not my style of music that I grew up on. I was so oblivious to all this.
I had to convert him.
Yeah, when I first met Jeff and everything, found out he was in Throw the Fight and that style of music, and I started listening to it. And my first time experiencing that music in person was you guys were playing what fucking festival was that? I don't know. It was in...
What is this devil music?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I don't know what it was. But I went and I hung out and met all the guys and, you know, helped them out and everything. And then they went and played their set. And I was watching and I was like, these dudes are fucking enjoying every second being on stage. And it shows. And you can't fake that. Yeah. You can tell when a band's up there and they're like, you know, we've been touring. Yeah, they don't care. Like, but when you're up there, and like that's what I noticed about you guys is when you go up there and you have that energy, and you're actually enjoying every second of
and you have
of doing
it,
yeah.
right? I mean, here's the thing. Like, let's break this down for real. As a band, the time you're playing is not the hard part. Nope. It's the load in, the load out. The fucking
merch rates from the venue.
The merch.
Parking
you're the first to get there. You're the last fucker to leave, maybe besides the janitor. Yeah. But everyone's gone. Bar people are gone. The venue's gone. Yep. So you guys are like loading out. It's cold as shit in Minneapolis. Yep. And all night, driving through the night.
Hitting black ice and still making a show.
Oh, shit. Spinning out of control, you know? I mean, it's a grind, but I mean, I think that, that's the thing for the playing.
Yeah.
That's effortless. That's the best part.
That's the best part.
Then you're like, fuck, it's over already? Yeah. It's like, that was a 40-minute set. Yeah. It feels like 5 minutes.
That's the reward, you know?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Work so hard for that one specific moment.
Right.
So.
And even if you do have a okay show where it's not that great, your energy, at least, oh, fuck, we saw Architects and Stray from the Path.
Holy
Stray from
shit.
the Path. Like, people were like, okay, what are these dudes about, right? They get on stage and was like, oh shit. They brought the
What's
heat
his name? The lead singer.
I don't know his name. What's his name? You guys know him? Anyway.
But he
did like the Eminem, like the 8 Mile type shit.
Yeah, he did like a whole song. Sang a whole song crowd surfing the whole time. I'm like, awesome. Jesus Christ.
But what he did, little trick, I don't want to throw this out there, but use it. He did the whole, hey, we're filming a video at this venue, and shit just got more amped. Oh, yeah. But he said that, and he's like, the camera's somewhere around here. There was no cameraman. There was nobody there. So, but it was a genius idea, and the crowd got a little more hype. By the end of the show, last 2 songs, it was like game over. Like, they won that crowd. And then, of course, Architects, they killed it.
They're immaculate.
Yeah. But when you saw Straight from the, it's stripped down, going from stripped down Raw to Architects, like triggered lights and the whole thing. Yeah. I was blown away at the energy those guys brought, and even when the crowd like was just doing the whole, or the the cell phone, that thing.
Justin Timberlake gets it. We are definitely getting it.
So that's the thing, and they're like, that's a perfect example of that energy. Where even if the crowd's not vibing it, at least by the end of the set, you won.
I mean, we have shows where it's just like you're not quite as into it, or you're sick that day, and like people paid money to come, and it's like this is your opportunity to really market and like show what you're about. And
for sure, that's why I'll be honest. I was telling you guys before we started this episode was that fucking Yellow Wolf incident.
Yeah,
done. The guy's dead to me. I don't listen to his music. I used to appreciate what he does for music. Mm-hmm. I got no respect for that. Yeah, playing music and you guys do. It's like, dude, okay, you could just have your sound guy bump up your mic. Come out. It's all good. Like, show saved.
Have you ever done that, Jared? You got pissed off and just dropped your bass and walked off?
Every
other day? Yeah. He's like, fuck this. I'm done.
Yeah. Someone else play and scream. Yeah.
Well, it's really interesting what you guys are saying about, living for the actual moments and how 90% of it is the grind. And I kind of wanted to get a little bit into talking about the grind and, fitness on the road even. We kind of wanted to bring that topic up.
Oh, God.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, we did it yesterday.
Yeah.
They all came to the gym that, I train at. And it's no joke.
You guys know it just as hard as we do. It is a grind to stay diligent, to eat healthy, to stay consistent. Like, you really have to prioritize it, and
you have to, man. That's the cool thing is like when you get the crew or like your homies in the band like starting to opt into it, it's a good like time to kill too, because like we're not the type of dudes that roll into a bar and just drink all day. You know what I mean? And it's like if you do that, it wears you out. So like all the guys in my group, like, and you guys are doing it, it's like we're like, well, we got 5 or 6 hours to kill. We just find a gym, we Uber their walk there. And then go hang out, and it's cool. Like, we'll run into people at the gym. They're like, oh, I'm coming to the show tonight. That's like, awesome. Oh, fuck yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah, so. And I love what'd you say yesterday? You're like, it makes me feel...
Oh, it's decompressing. It makes me feel like a human.
Yeah.
We're talking about the grind. We're talking about, like, driving all night and stuff, and, like, it's a high-stress, fast-paced environment.
It is,
and the gym really just becomes therapeutic, where it's just, like, it's natural antidepressant. It's just great. You just, you feel good, you feel empowered, and you come out on stage and like, you're not like, oh, I drank all day and my life's a mess, I'm away from everyone I love. It's like, I'm focused on what I want to do, I'm improving my body.
Exactly.
Like, those are investments to yourself.
Right.
And so that's like when Jared and I will go out and do it, I can ratify that expense a lot of the times if we have to do a day pass, because it's just like, it's worth it.
For sure.
It's worth it in the end.
And you're up there crushing it, and you can't be, a fat piece of shit.
Well, I think that
slamming on stage every single night.
Right. You can, but
but no one fucking likes that. If we had a pan of men and women right now, to be a tub of goo or like a ripped fit guy, they'll be like, oh, we'll go with option B. That's way better, So
yeah, I mean, and like everyone has their own conviction towards where they want to go with their fitness goals, and like where you want to be. And it's cool because Jared and I have really in this last like 2 years really just kind of prioritized it. It went from something like lukewarm that I would find people on tour and do it.
Yep.
And like I remember last time in Minnesota talking about Lifetime Fitness, Matt Greiner and I were just like enduring the hour-long trial of just getting the day pass at Lifetime.
Dude, I feel so bad for you guys.
And we're just like, we don't care that the Timberwolves practice here.
Yeah, can we lift weights?
I want to pick something up and put it down.
Yeah, just to relieve stress for sure, man.
And so like now at Warped Tour, we had our own station and crew coming out, and that's what I'm talking.
Bench and just set up every single
day
we had.
And that's the funny part too, because you got bands from all over the perspectives. Like the trolls online are talking shit, being like, "Oh, well, this band crushes this band," and be like, "That's funny because we were working out together." And we're like, and Warped Tour is like such a weird dynamic where you could be like. Bands from all pop punk bands, electronic bands, DJs, like
no one gives a
rappers.
Shit. Yeah,
I was doing deadlifts, like we've got like all these different dynamics. Everyone's just trying to fucking stay empowered and stay busy.
It's motivating, dude. At the end of the day, like we had dudes say something about a photo of like me and like, what do you guys just work out all day? I'm like, yeah, dude. Sorry. I don't feel bad at all.
Yeah,
so
it feels great.
It
brings everybody together.
It does.
It's an awesome community.
It is. Yeah, and I think it's
addicting for sure.
It is. Well, it's cool too because then it's fun. People have shit to do.
Yep.
And then you have good stuff to talk about, and then it's something to look forward for that day.
It also brings out a lot of the misery in others because to see that really for me showcases when someone's miserable when they have to put someone down for being proactive, in their own lives.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, what do you do? Work out? Yeah, you know what? I do. I take care of myself. I eat healthy, and I'm not just like sitting here judging others and like making excuses for why I can't do something proactive, whether it's working out or whatever. You know?
I think it's funny how they look at it like they have this complex that they think like you're acting like you're better than me because I'm like no, you're totally missing where we're going with this. I'm like, it's my choice what I want to do. Like when Gino hit us up and he's making a change for his life, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
we inspired him because he saw us on the road and like, I mean, it's so ghetto. I like rice. Go to the gas station, throw it in a plastic container, and then do like bags of tuna and just throw some hot sauce and eat that.
Right.
And he's like, like what? I'm like, yeah, dude, it took 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not gonna eat a fucking roller dog that has like goo coming out of it. That's not even real.
Yep.
And he's rad. Dude.
I'm super proud of him because I'm actually for the past 3 weeks I've been writing him out workout plans. So I send him weekly workout plans every single week, and
dude, the first workout he calls me, Jeff, there's a problem. I'm like, yeah, man, what's up? He goes, I can't move my fucking arms. I'm like, yes, Gino. Yeah. Like,
so
welcome, doggy.
So he's like,
to the club.
I went to the grocery store. I bought
dude.
all my food. I'm cooking everything, and he's vegan too.
Yeah.
So
that or veg or what? Whatever.
Predominantly plant-based.
Yeah, and then he cut out like all the Arnold Palmers and all that.
Dude.
But
he's been too. That's a hard cut.
That's a hard cut.
He's
committed,
been doing. I think I've been rolling out workout plans for him for about 3 weeks now, and I think he lost like 10 pounds. In
I want to see
the first
I want
2 weeks.
those progress pics.
He needs those before and after.
Yeah, and he texts.
Those don't lie.
He'll text me and he's like, dude, I love these. Like I love these workouts and everything. So we're just I'm slowly rolling him into it, but he's loving it, and it's so awesome to see him. Really happy
we
for
get
him.
to tour again and have him as part of our crew.
Dude, he's gonna fucking be jacked.
Dude, can you imagine with
no
his
neck?
with his body?
It's like, I'll do something for you today. I'm like, oh my god, it's Gino. Just Shredville.
That dude, has the potential. He's got that body structure just to be a monster.
Yeah. Well, it ties directly into like just setting goals, like we were just talking about. You reach something, you get into fitness, like you guys said, you were lukewarm, and then where do you go from there? Like fitness doesn't have to have a ceiling either.
No, it's cool because you it pushes you to your limit, and you really know what you're made of, and there's
dude.
Literally no ceiling.
The iron doesn't lie. You pick it up or you don't. Like
dude,
I know that sounds
Henry Rollins jam right there.
I know, like
the iron never lies to me. I was like, dude, that guy's a legend.
Yes. So how'd you guys get into it? Because I know we were talking. You skated when you were younger and everything. So
nice.
How did it all transition into this today for you guys?
Oh yeah. I don't care.
I don't know, like, I went through, like, a really crappy breakup, and I had, like, a super dark period in time, and,
was that the long hair?
Yep.
The long hair?
Oh, dude,
the
get that photo. Put that shit.
okay.
Let's get this.
Let's
Yeah,
get the photos.
we got a picture of Jared.
I didn't
with
show
the-
you this yet. So
Dude,
my
this is
buddy,
emo.
so I did, the video I did of us yesterday.
Yeah.
My buddy Snapchatted me. He was like, "Oh my god, I love Blessthefall. I've been listening to him since like middle school and all this." And he's like, "I took a picture with Jared." And look at this.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's not too long ago though. That's like
2011.
Look at this. Look
No
at this,
way.
everyone.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Man, I look good.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the hair.
I look good.
I love the hair.
Fuck
No, I
all
used to
y'all.
be-
I look good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
used
man.
to have the super dark black with the red in it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you got the swoop, so it's
I mean,
Swoop site.
Yeah. So
I don't know, like, I went through a super dark period in time, and I just decided one day I needed a change, and started going to the gym, and I was pretty much addicted every day, and it's my favorite.
What's yours? What would you say your style of? So there's so many different styles. Like you do jujitsu and all that.
Say that again.
Are you more?
I can't speak. It's
Fuck it.
Is it more like powerlifting, just that bodybuilding type
Yeah,
regimen
I'm just
that you're
trying to,
into?
like, pretty much just get shredded.
Just shredded.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. That's awesome.
Dude,
Just look at that
Jets
every day.
Pizza.
Right there.
Jets Pizza.
That's-
That's all it takes.
That's what it is. Pumping iron.
Yeah.
Dude,
Eat
that's
Jets
the man.
Pizza and you will get shredded.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to gain mass, and it's
Dude.
my goal.
Don't
food.
listen to him.
Yeah, don't do what Alec does
I
with
look
Jen
like
Jets
it, I know.
Pizza.
Yeah, well, don't, because if you never that should be a whole episode. What does Alec actually eat?
Dude, I had a
fine,
friend be like, "Hey, can
Dude, it's
you?
like Mythbusters.
What do you eat? What? yeah.
Yeah, he's Mythbusters for sure.
They're like, what's your meal plan?" I'm like, "You honestly don't want to know."
I'm glad you're not giving him bullshit though. You keep it real.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
like,
always.
No,
I'm
I
like,
wouldn't tell
you-
you what to eat. No.
I do. I'm like, yep. What's my meal prep consists of calling Jets Pizza and ordering an 8-corner sausage pepperoni.
Dude,
That's
he's on
my meal
speed
prep.
dial.
It's totally fine. I had Domino's last night. It was great.
Oh,
See the
no.
thing, but they don't
See,
have
it's
Jets.
not that
They have
easy for
Alfredo
me.
sauce.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The Domino's crust, that garlic crust, whatever they're doing to
They
it,
changed
is
it.
pretty great.
They changed the
It's
game.
pretty good.
Stepped it.
The new,
But that's-
the new Domino's is
Dude, that's how it was when I was in the military. They have like they have Domino's all on base. That's like the whatever they had a deal with them, and it would be beer and Domino's, and then running in the morning, puking out beer and
I'm done.
Domino's.
Done. No way.
Yep. That's it.
I'm good with it though.
Oh
That's
yeah, dude.
crazy.
Well, you look good. You look good. You look real
trying.
nice.
I mean,
like
Jared's come a long way, like just from working out and just staying diligent. Because,
For
like,
sure.
especially when you make a change like that, when you already have established relationships, and people are like, "Oh, well, Jared's just a really tiny, tall guy," and then people want to like put you down on that, and,
Yeah.
or be like,
It's
"Oh, you
hard,
want,"
like being so like small and then
and
put on
like
mass.
Jared's
Not
buying
easy.
the mass gainer, and he's working on that,
Oh, for
and
sure.
like eating, like making sure, counting his calories, and eating a lot, and it has a lot of diligence in it, and on the road, like you're saying, it's fucking tough.
I think
man.
it's interesting too. What people don't realize is how many meals you start to miss
Yeah.
being on the road. It's like
Back
if I'm
home,
like,
I have alarms for every single meal. and
Yeah.
I can't keep with that,
yeah, you can't. It's like almost you have to just like, and that's where like all the supplements can help,
Yeah.
on the road. But so that's how you got into it. You're addicted now.
Yeah, I love it.
Dark period got better. Jiu-jitsu, kung fu legend over here.
Obviously,
No.
what you got the soccer flow. So you
No, dude, he does.
You got that
Elliott's got
classic.
that flow,
I
dude.
love it.
Hey, Beckham was my hero.
Yeah.
I'm talking about United going back to Tim
Yeah.
Howard, full
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he's like 60 and he's the main dude on ESPN.
I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
so. That'd be
They'll
great.
hire you for sure.
I don't know. For me, I don't even know. I just was addicted to it. I just was at a point where I was always a really tiny kid. I always was really lucky to have a high metabolism, ate like shit, had no idea what I was putting in my body. Never wanted to be vegetarian. I used to make fun of vegetarians and like be like, "Oh, that's so stupid. Why would you
Right.
even do that? Like, meat was made to be eaten, and like, and like that's why God put it on the earth and stuff." And like,
Right.
if I could go back to where I am now, like, we would hate each other.
That's
We
awesome.
literally hate each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just was on the road. I started off with like P90X, did like the insanity stuff, high
Dude,
cardio.
Same
real
thing,
quick,
that's-
don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Fuck Tony Horton. You know what he did?
No.
Oh, God, here
Just
we go.
going through real
Oh
quick.
God, yeah.
We going through like had accountant do running the numbers for the year, whatever. Go through the Iron and Ink shit, and I have the business credit card.
Sure.
It's like see 2 swipes says Beachbody LLC. I go, what the fuck is that?
You're like, Mandy, did you
So
fucking buy
I call my lady.
something?
I'm like, did you buy some like beach something? Sounds hot. She's like, no. Look, call. Typed it in Google.
Yeah.
Number one thing for fraud, Tony Horton's fucking company, because I guess he sold it.
Yeah.
But now they're using his company as like a front, and they're taking credit card numbers. $290 swipes. So I got beef with Tony.
I torrented that shit, so I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, fuck you, Tony. There we go, my man. Got him back. Yeah. So anyway, that's my thing. But anyway,
as you're saying, you're doing the P90X.
I did like P90. That used to kill me. I used to come home. Yeah, just everything. Yeah, dude. But I just stuck with, honestly, Sean T was the man for me. Like, I love that man.
Insanity?
Yes. Insanity, like.
He just one-upped Horton.
Dude, I wanted
30
to
seconds.
So yeah, and like I bought into all of it. The T25, I still have that stuff. Like
the
on
shit's legit. Like it's no joke.
On tour, we do it because I can take it anywhere. I remember being in like Germany, freezing cold out. Everyone's sitting around in the room on Wi-Fi. I'm fucking shirtless in like the side room, freezing, doing T25 and Insanity stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't have the like. There's a language barrier. I can't get out there and get into a gym.
Right.
It's shitty. It just worked. And I just, like how Jared said, I stayed addicted to it. And I just kept trying to do those high interval cardio circuits and stuff. And like, I love soccer. I love staying active like that. And I wanted to keep just progressing my body. I just felt empowered. And to be honest with you, it's an antidepressant. And for me, I was fucked as a kid. And like that, I used to just
We talked about it.
I used to medicate and do everything.
Yeah,
and it's
for
just
sure.
really, and working out is just it saved me. It really did. And I know that sounds really lame to say.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Not at all.
We just did an episode on
mental health.
Yeah.
God, perfect timing there, Elliot.
Yeah, really good timing.
I might, maybe I watched the podcast.
Get on it.
No, it really was like such a pivotal thing in my life that it just became like my not a crutch, but like an empowering platform for me, because I'm like, listen, I feel good. I don't give a shit if I'm not like the biggest guy in the gym. I'm trying. And then through that, goals change, and you start to learn, and like now I'm vegan, and like, or I've been vegetarian for years, and it's like so different, and it's hard. And like taking that road of being like, you can't get your protein, and being like, fuck you, I'm gonna find a way. Like,
you can do it.
So many times in my life where like people were like, you're not talented enough to play music. You're never gonna make it.
Isn't that so funny? Oh god, we did a whole episode on this.
I had the head of my music department. So I went to college through high school and was in my first semester of college. And the head of the music department, when I was dropping out to jump on tour with my old band, opening for these dudes, told me, you are not talented enough to make a career out of music, so don't do it. And like, because I was leaving his system, and I was literally like, nowadays that's like my badge of pride, where I'm like, yeah, I've been to Europe so many times. Like,
dude, are you able to access this guy?
I don't care.
No, I mean, just be like, from Europe, be like, hey,
you know
doctor, whatever.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, like,
but isn't that sad though? That's our education system.
Yeah.
Basically shutting you down.
Yeah.
And you're doing it. You're just basically like, well, I just proved
I
wrong.
made my own path.
You know what I mean?
I've made my own path in so many things. So with like fitness and working out, I learn a lot. And we're lucky enough to be able to meet so many wonderful people on the road that have so much good insight for me. Like Josh James and those dudes are so strong from stick. And like I learned so much working with them. Went from just doing Insanity to like powerlifting and getting good squat form. Went and did Warped Tour 2012. I'm doing the CrossFit with like my friend Brad, who owns a CrossFit gym in used to be World's Strongest Man, kind of like this dude's like just doing these things and just increasing knowledge and loving it. And just 3 years of that, I just kept doing it, and it really nowadays I just love learning and doing more. And it's like finally it's like got to the point now where, and I know this sounds, I'm not trying to be like narcissistic or anything, but people are like, man, you look like you work out. I'm like, thanks. Like, I've been
dude, I would say I fucking do
for a long time.
Yeah,
like,
you should give it a shot sometime.
And like jiu-jitsu and everything else has been fucking great.
Right? I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, man. I think a lot of times too, it's the more times people. They need people to have the experience like you guys have had, or like we've had. Like, I mean, we worked out yesterday together, and I was like, what do you guys want to hit? And you're like, whatever. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's just do like chest, shoulders, and I'll teach you shit. And then you were like, oh, what are we doing? This is awesome. And
I love learning new stuff.
And it was cool. Like, it also helped. It made me enjoy my time with you guys, because like it's what I went to school for. It's what I do.
Right.
And it's cool that like you were pumped on it. You're like, I've never done this band thing. I'm like, hell yeah.
We want to do it too. Like, there's so many. Like, that's what we're talking about. People don't want change and being scared to try new things. Like, yo, you threw so many new things. Like, what was it when we were doing the cardio? Like, was it the
Prowler?
The Prowler. Like, I've never done that. I've seen, like, Marshawn Lynch doing that. I'm like, I want to do that. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
It's funny, dude. They don't, like, and a lot of the Vikings guys train at the gym, and they're not doing anything different than what you guys did last night. Yeah. Same shit. I mean, they just get paid a lot by the NFL to do, play football, but the actual training aspect, it's all the same stuff, man.
It was sick, and
it's
like,
cool.
You break down walls, and then you have more paths for your personal.
Yeah, what did you say to me yesterday? You were like, I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just run.
So I did it.
Grab it, and you did it, and I'm like, there you go. You just did it, bro. And you're like, fuck yeah.
Well, like, we don't have those, like, kind of controlled environments always available to us on the road. Right. Whether it's, like, LA Fitness or, like, freaking Planet Fitness or whatever we got to, whatever, I know.
Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Whatever we got to do.
No, but that's what I tell everyone who's starting to get into, fitness and whatnot is the best thing you can do for yourself, leave your fucking ego at the door.
Yeah.
Because I learn stuff new every single day. I don't claim to be an absolute expert, and when you're going to get the most success when you have an open mind to take in and learn as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Like for me, I started really getting into working out like my last year in the military. I was like 150 pounds. Like, I'll show you guys pictures.
Dude, but like him now?
Like, I was like 150 pounds.
Yeah. He doesn't even look. It looks
no,
like it.
I look like a completely different person.
It looks like Photoshop.
But I told myself right from the start, I was like, I'm not gonna try and make myself believe that I know how to do everything. And I learn new things all the time just from working out with, people who have different styles. And that's where I've had my success and my growth through fitness, is not trying to tell myself, fuck this dude,
That's why
I know
we
everything.
did a couple
I know everything.
And you did it for yourself.
Yeah. And that way it's hard for us. Like, we did a couple, like, the fitness expos for the brand, and you get that vibe, man, where it's like, I'm like, this isn't, like, nothing. There's a lot of great people at these expos, but they put off this persona, like, I'm better than you, and, like, we're not like that at all. No. And so I know you guys aren't either, and I think it's cool. Like, I think, just having an open mind, and that's the thing. It goes back to music. It's all full circle. Anything you do, clothing, the band stuff.
Any industry you're in, just being a sponge and taking everything.
Soak it up, and you'll get a lot of garbage, but then a lot of the good stuff are those little pieces.
That's life. Being able to filter through the bullshit.
Yeah,
but you're gonna notice. I promise you this. You guys are gonna have faster and better success with just your bodies alone by having that open mind over someone who thinks they know what they're doing and doing the same shit every day. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have such better progress than those types of people.
It's like, and it's also too with the music. You're gonna write better. You're gonna perform better. The only downfall, like to this day, I still can't peg it. Like if you have a pros and cons list, it's your body is sore.
Yep.
That's literally it. And it took 45 minutes of your day.
I can't.
But that's it.
Think of a negative thing that comes with working out. Like there are many times where people would like, I'm like, well, I can prioritize this because. What comes out of it that's bad. Like the positive greatly outnumbers the negative when it comes to this.
So you might as well do it.
Well, even like when you're sore, it still feels good.
Well, like I like it. I do too. But some people, I've got a couple clients. They're like, "Fuck this." I'm like, "Well, that's why you hire me to kick your ass." So,
but I'm sure, like even on the stage, right? It gives you guys tons of energy, and like again, directly correlating. Even when you're sore, you probably have more energy when you worked out than you would if you didn't.
Of course, and I mean, and I like feeling. I think it empowers me. It means that I did something right. That I worked a muscle that I wasn't working before hard enough, and like that to me. After like how we were saying, like gaining knowledge and being like, oh well, I know enough to like get around in the gym and have someone kick my ass in one day and make me sore like I've never worked out before.
Right.
I'm like,
the only bad thing is when you do a really hard leg day and you're on the toilet and you struggle to get back up. And you're like,
I always go handicap. You're like, for sure. I get
trying
that
to get up. You're like,
just.
You look like an 80-year-old man trying to get off the toilet.
It happens.
Like fucking hamstrings.
Yeah. So we'll any last thoughts? You guys have anything you want to say?
Yeah. I mean, we have a record called Hard Feelings coming out March 23rd on Rise Records. If you still buy music, please support the bands because we're trying. We're out here, going grinding every night to get out there and play it for you. Buy it, stream it, whatever you got to do. Come out to a show, and if you see this podcast, tell us what's up. Support these dudes.
Yeah. What about like your guys' Instagrams, all that kind of stuff that they? We
always tell people the handle.
Yeah, get your Instagram handle.
Adam over there, he'll digitally put them up and make them look all fancy.
I mean, Blessthefall on everything. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. If you want to find our personal ones, just go on there and you'll find it.
Yeah. You'll figure it out, the interwebs.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us yesterday, coming through and whatnot. It's been super fun. Getting to know you guys and all that. Yeah, we're
game time,
going down tonight.
I'm very excited for the show.
Yeah, I don't care if there's 10 kids there because you guys are there. I'm going to be like, damn.
Am I the best one right now? Yeah, right.
No, but it's been.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my fucking circle pit and just get in there. No, I'm too old for that shit.
Fight some ninjas.
Yeah, do it right. Ninja kicking.
No, but we love this. It's been so great to get to know you guys, and I'm looking forward to the future. Every time you guys come back, being able to hang out if we're ever in
Arizona.
If
people like this, let's do it again next time.
Yeah, we will.
Sure.
We'll get the other dudes in here, but we have a lot more guests coming through. But we'd like to thank you guys.
Get him in here when they're here next.
Who is that?
Tim Howard.
Oh yeah, Timmy.
Yeah.
Dude. We should dude, that'd be funny as fuck if you were here and you just peek around the corner. Like,
you're just like.
I would be like, hook up my boy Zach. That's what I would say. Teach him everything you know.
He's a machine. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna get him in here. So, but we appreciate you guys. Check out Blessthefall's new record, and thanks guys. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for having us.
Later.
See you
guys.